Yeah, probably best. I got slow it down because last time you caught in the middle of the.
Hello, Knights. I'm Zayden.
And I'm Bradley. We will be your news anchors for today, Tuesday, November 7th, 2023.
Please stand for the pledge and go to
level 0.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
For today's lunch, we will have ham and cheese on buns and cheeseburgers. Remember that lunch is entirely free for the rest of the school year. However, the snacks including ice cream and chips are not, so be sure to have money in your account if you want to buy these extras.
The weather for today has a high of kind of hot 75 and a low of kind of cold 41. It's finally back to warmer temperature.
Miss Reed is selling sports bands in room C106. They are $15 and will get you into all sporting events for this school year. Also in Miss Reed's room, if you would like to buy a flag to honor a veteran, please stop by room C106. Flags are only $1 and will be displayed for all week for Veterans Day.
All grades are still in the running for this month, surprisingly. So good job, Knights. Keep up the good work. In sports news,
the wrestling season has arrived. Practice will be every day. Practice will run until 5:30, so make sure that you have a ride at that time. Bring athletic clothing, a water bottle, running shoes, wrestling shoes, if you have them. You need a physical on file and a Dragonfly account to practice. Please speak to Mr. Nosson if you have any questions.
Basketball tryouts are done for both teams. Practice will be determined by the coaches. Softball workouts will be today and Thursday. Please sign up with Miss Knapp if you are planning on attending.
And now, a special nightly news segment, Jokes with Kylie.
Hello, Knights.
Hello, Knights.
Welcome to the nightly news segment for all things jokes and humor with me, Kylie Minnick.
And I'm irrelevant.
Who are you?
Oh, you don't worry about it. What kind of car does an egg drive?
What are you yapping about?
A Volkswagen. Now for nightly news reporter Carter with a special interview with local veteran Mr. Lyda.
Hello, Knights. My name is Carter. How are you, Mr. Lyda?
Doing great, Carter. Thanks for having me.
So I just have a couple questions for you today.
Okay.
What branch of the military were you in?
I was in the United States Navy.
Oh. What was your favorite plane to fly?
Well, I'd have to say the F-14 was my favorite. You know, flew a few different planes in training, and training planes just aren't as cool as the real thing. And so between Tomcats and Super Hornets, Tomcats were the winner on that for sure. They were the big fighter, what we always called the big fighter, because it was a lot bigger than a lot of the other fighters.
What do you remember about the day you enlisted?
Well, it was a big decision. A buddy and I had already gone to college and failed out after 1 year. So a buddy and I were working some odd jobs, and we decided, hey man, let's get out of here. Let's go do something different. So we went and talked to the recruiter, and he was like, hey, yeah, you guys come on in. And so it was a big decision. And we went to Charlotte and went through this medical thing. And that was where you signed the papers after they kind of clear you on the medical stuff. It was a big deal because I felt like finally my life had a direction that would help me control it a little bit. I was looking for some discipline in my life, and I felt like the military could give some of that.
Did you have any family in the military, and did they inspire you?
Oh, absolutely. My dad was in the Air Force during the Vietnam era in the 60s and mid 60s, and his service there, definitely hearing stories about it and knowing all that he had done was a really big deal for me. And I've always wanted to make my parents proud, do things that they would support. And so it was definitely a big inspiration for me. My dad was, yeah.
What were some of the reasons you joined in the military?
Well, I've kind of gotten into that a little bit. My buddy and I, we were looking for more to do, and we were inspired about getting out and actually seeing the world. And the Navy sounded cool because there are ships and stuff, and you can go all over the world. And truly, that's what I did. So that was about it. And I was just happy that I finally had some direction in life. And, I think a lot of kids kind of struggle with what they want to do. And it's the thing about the military is they will take care of you. They'll take care of your family. And it's something that you'll always be proud of. And as a retired guy, when you stay in long enough to retire, which is 20 years, you're going to draw a salary for life. My retirement pay is considerably more than what I make as a teacher. And I think that's pretty significant. It's basically like having two full-time, really good jobs, and 20 years in the military, you can have that from the time you're like 45 on. Hopefully you live a long time.
What are some things people can do to help a local veteran?
Well, some of the things you can do is to support the local VFW and the American Legion, and look for events where those veterans might be attending. Sometimes they're looking for contributions, and sometimes they're just looking for a crowd. They're looking for people to come and support those folks. And so they're proud of what they did, and I think we as Americans owe them a debt of gratitude for their service. And so it shouldn't be that hard to take a little bit of time to go and support veteran activities whenever they're advertised, something you might see that sounds interesting. You can also look for veteran-owned businesses and things like that. That way your money's going towards somebody that's served.
What was the most interesting place you visited through the Navy?
Well, there's lots of places that were super awesome. I'd say the most interesting would probably have to be like some of the Arab countries like Dubai. Dubai is an incredible place in the middle of nothing but sand, and they overcome the adversity by building these magnificent structures, and it's pretty spectacular. Dubai is a great city. Spent a lot of time there. I think probably went in there maybe 10 or 12 times on the ship over the years.
And what would be your favorite candy?
My favorite what?
Candy.
My favorite candy?
Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly candy, but I'm kind of hooked on Snickers ice cream bars right now. 2 or 3 of them every night, and I'm good.
Speaking of veteran-owned businesses, are there any you can name?
Man, now you put me on the spot. Well, I have an Airbnb, and I'm a veteran, so that's a veteran-owned business. So, that's one for sure. And I imagine there are several. It's worth a Google search, honestly. You just put in veteran-owned businesses, Hendersonville, North Carolina, and you can probably find restaurants and stores and all kinds of things like that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lida. You are free to go.
All right, thank you, Carter. Sure.
Back to you, Zayden and Bradley.
Hey, we got the.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Right.
Say hi, guys. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, thanks, y'all.
No
It
problem.
was great.
All right, Zayden, Red, let's go. We're still live.
As Knights, we will strive for achievement, values, mindfulness, and strength. Have a great Tuesday and go Knights.